Meow, 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 meow. What's going on, my beautiful people? It's time to talk about Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and let me tell you, this movie was something, I'll give it that. But that after credit scene, the after credit scene that seemingly made the internet lose its absolute tits. If you buy a movie ticket, you buy it for this after credit scene. It is pretty, it's pretty big. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's time for Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Spoiler alert, Carnage is in this movie. And I haven't played the long intro in a long time. So without further ado, let's get into it. Play that long intro, here we go. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, the sequel to the 2018 movie starring Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock's Venom. This movie, in my non-spoilers, I slightly liked it better than the first movie. And the critics and the fans seem to agree. The Venom 2018 Part 1 movie had a Rotten Tomatoes score, last time I checked, of 30%. There were a lot of issues with that movie, including the main villain. And that final fight at the end of the movie, I literally could not tell who was the bad guy and who was the good guy because the coloring, the alien suit, it was not good. The CGI needed some work. But this movie was a huge improvement. I know so because I checked Rotten Tomatoes literally seconds ago and they have it scored at 60%. It was basically double of what the other movie was. And I totally agree. This movie was better. The main villain was better. However, Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy, the serial killer slash Carnage. I felt like they could have done a lot better, and it is at no fault of Woody Harrelson. I felt like they could have given him more. They briefly brushed over his backstory, and this character needed a lot more depth. And the secondary villain, who plays his girlfriend, Naomi Harris, playing the character of Shriek, she gets even less development than Carnage, alright? So a lot more development was needed. Also, another thing, let's talk about what I did like. So Carnage was better, and the biggest complaint I had of the previous film was you couldn't tell who was who, right? You couldn't tell Venom from Riot, and you couldn't tell Riot from Venom. Here, you definitely know who Carnage is. They did a lot better with the CGI. The fights are better. But for a serial killer, I think it could have been a lot more violent, if that makes sense at all. I feel like this movie would work a lot better as rated R. Other than that, I really like the dynamic between Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock and Venom. A lot of people are comparing it to a buddy cop movie, and I would really agree. Also, I felt like this movie was all over the place. I'll say there are certain elements of Part 1 that did it better than Part 2, and where Part 1 was kind of a fluid storyline, this one was quite rocky. It was all over the place. I felt like they tried to do too much in a short time. This movie is short. It's only an hour and a half, and I felt like they tried to do too much. But other than that, if you go into this movie with the same formula you did with Part 1, I thought Part 1 was okay. You go in here with low expectations. If you go in here just to have fun, you will enjoy this movie. My rating for this movie, if I were to give it a rating from 1 to 5, 5 being the absolute best, 1 being an absolute pooper, I give Venom, Let There Be Carnage a score of a 2 out of 5. It's borderline 2 and 3, honestly. If I could give it a 2.5, I would, but I don't give halfies on these scores. So this is a fun movie. Tom Hardy is great. Woody Harrelson is okay. Carnage was a better villain, but there is lots of room for improvement. The plot line was all over the place. And also, lastly, the script and the dialogue is really, really bad. There are some bad lines in this movie, but did I have fun? Yes. Was it a better film than the first one? Yes. I think 2 out of 5 is a pretty good score. 2.5 if you want to go that far. Now let's go ahead and get to that after credit scene, which made the entire internet lose their absolute minds. So let me describe the ending for you. So, Venom and Eddie Brock, they have to go on the run because they're going to be wanted because they think all of the carnage, no pun intended, that Carnage did, they're going to put on Eddie Brock and Venom. Next thing you know, at the end of the movie, you see them on a beach. They are so happy. Even Venom is happy. They are finally at peace. In the after credit scene, Eddie Brock and Venom, they're chilling in their hotel room. They're watching Spanish soap opera, telenovela, good stuff, right? All of a sudden, Venom is telling Eddie, he goes, you know, I've been alive for a long time, several thousands of years. You have no idea what I've seen. Would you like to see it? Eddie says, sure, why not? Before Venom can tell him what he sees, a huge flash of light, a ripple effect ripples throughout the entire hotel room. If you've watched Loki, if you've watched the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, you know what that whole ripple effect is. All of a sudden, the hotel room looks different. The television in the hotel room has none other than J.K. Simmons reprising his role as J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man Far From Home. It might possibly be the same character from the Tobey Maguire series as well. He goes, breaking news, Daily Bugle. But guess what? Spider-Man has been revealed to be none other than Peter Parker. It actually shows Tom Holland as Spider-Man without his mask. This is a brand new scene that's been filmed, and it's official. Venom has officially crossed over to the MCU. The reason why I say unofficially is until Marvel will confirm it, we'll have to wait and see. I really do believe that Tom Hardy and Venom will be in Spider-Man No Way Home. So there you go. So you got the Sinister Six, which they kind of implied. So you're going to need Spider-Man to have a team of his own. I might do a separate video on who I think the Sinister Six is going to be and who I think is going to be on Team Spider-Man. There you go. It's all we've been wanting, right? And this also opens up other doors as well. If you saw the Morbius trailer, you also saw Jared Leto's Morbius also talk with Michael Keaton's Vulture character from Spider-Man, the first movie. So did Jared Leto also travel to the other world? Or did Michael Keaton travel over to Morbius world? I have no idea. But we'll wait and see. Maybe Jared Leto might be on Team Spider-Man as well. I'm saying too much. I want to save that for the other video. But there you go. Now it's the crazy after credit scene. If you want to save $15, I would recommend seeing this on streaming service. Or I'm pretty sure, dude, you can probably find a bootleg copy. Someone's going to go in there with a cell phone and record it off YouTube. So go check it out. It's pretty big. It opens up so many doors. Once again, Sony, stop being little b****s. Let Marvel Studios helm the final film. All right, so there you go. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in for this video, and leave me a comment down below what you all thought of that after credit scene, what you thought of this movie. Do you think 2 out of 5 or 2.5 out of 5 is a fair score? Let me know. If you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And I know I've been lacking on videos for the last couple of days, but guys, you have to understand, I work full time. I recently went to IKEA to get more stuff for my setup. Check out this bad boy right here. Isn't that cool? I no longer have that little blank wall right there. So there you go. This was a fun movie. I can't wait to see what they do with Tom Hardy, Venom, and the MCU. I can't wait for Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm going to do something big for the channel when I see that movie. That might actually be my first live stream. So I can talk with you guys as I film it. It depends on whether or not the MacBook Pro 2021 will come out in time. If it does, I'll do that. I might actually do StreamYard too. So to that, everyone, thank you so much. Go catch this movie. Go catch this after credit scene. It's a fun movie, and I will see you in the next movie. All right, much love, guys. Mwah.